Are you planning to buy a phone in 2021 at the sub 15,000 segment? Then probably this is the worst time, as you would already be knowing about the sudden price hikes that the smartphone market is currently experiencing. A best example would be the Redmi Note 10. It was launched at 12,000 and after 4 price hikes, it's currently available at 14,000. Can you just imagine? But all that combines to a single question, that what the hell went so right in 2021 due to which now you are ending up paying extra for smartphone? Well, hold on, that's what exactly we are going to discuss in this video. So let's get started. So this video is divided into 3 parts, and these are the exact possible reasons for the current scenario of this market. Let's start with the first one, the price conspiracy trap. If you take a look at the current smartphone market, you will notice that there's a lot of hot competition going in and around the 30,000 segment, that is the mid-premium segment. Each and every brand is trying hard to win that mid-premium segment. But why? The one-line answer is that they want more profit. But that's not exactly why you click this video. So I will explain how do they earn profits. The simple rule to this trick is that the higher will be the price of a product, more will be the profit margin on each product they sell. Let me give you a simple example. When a brand sells a phone which costs say rupees 15,000, now we all know that no brand gonna sell their products without a profit margin, right? Or in simple words, it can also be said that the amount of profit the brand is earning by selling one phone. So considering a hypothetical figure of 1500 as the profit margin when they sell a phone cost rupees 15,000. So here is how they earn. Similarly, when they are trying to sell us a phone which costs rupees 30,000, now obviously the profit margin will be greater. So now it's clear that how brands are trying to make more profits by pushing the competitive hype to a higher price range. In the past few years, this hot competition used to exist in the price bracket of under 20,000. So if you understand the chronology of these brands and the profit-making rule which I told you, then it's clear that people aren't buying phones as much as they bought in the last few years, because now all the phones are almost the same, so there's no point upgrading. So they went into that segment and started creating hype, due to which people will start feeling that their phone is inferior and they should upgrade to a costlier phone. Thus it's clear that by generating hype with advertisement and using tech influencers, they are trying users to push their budget so that they buy an expensive smartphone and so that they earn more profit. But the sad part is that this is a never-ending rat race where there's no end of better. But my advice would be that you should first keep the budget in your mind so that you don't get wrongly influenced by some tech influencers' advice. We should always keep one thing in mind, that as long as these brands pay them, they will keep speaking anything which would fill their wallets. But for the current price hikes, this is not as much important as the second factor. But before jumping on to the next factor, if you have watched the video till now, then please motivate us by leaving a like, and subscribing to our channel would be amazing. Anyways, coming to the second reason, the global chip shortage. Now this is going to be a short and quick description that how did this global shortage of chips started. Ever since the pandemic raided the world, everything went into lockdown. All businesses suffered major losses, but the story of tech industry gets exceptionally interesting. Now understand this simple thing. As everything was shut down, so naturally people were having a lot of free time. Also, the trend of work from home along with online classes was starting slowly. As all of us were having a lot of time, so people now to utilize their free time started buying products. Also due to the new trends, there was a massive demand for electronic consumer items, and the demand started shooting very high. Now as factories and manufacturing units were totally shut down, with the demand being high AF and the supply was all-time low. Now this led to a massive disbalance in the supply chain of chips, which gave birth to a disastrous chip shortage in this industry. And just because of this, many others are affected. Now if you say that just because of chips there's so much chaos, then you should know that each and every electronic device uses a number of chips, whether it be a smartwatch or an EV. Everyone requires those chips, especially smartphones. Now coming to our point, as we are suffering from a global chip shortage, due to which smartphone prices are shooting up high. And you should know that factories have opened, but their working capacity is capped at 50% due to COVID restrictions. Now the demand is as usual high, but the supply has dropped drastically, leading to an increased prices of mobile phones and the price hikes. Xiaomi claims that just because of this chip shortage, we will also get to see some further price hikes of various products like TVs, phones and other electronic consumer gadgets. And it's just not one company. All other giant companies, Apple and Samsung, are facing losses worth billions of dollars. And as said earlier, as chips are widely used, so the automobile industry is badly affected due to shortage of chips, which they would require in their EVs. I guess now you have pretty much understood why these electronic goods are becoming pricier. But apart from all these, there's a last and important reason for mobile phones getting highly priced, and that's because of GST. Yes, GST. If you can recall the previous year's union budget, there was a noticeable increase in the GST from 13% to 18%, thus adding up more tax. Also, they had increased the import duty of individual micro components, which are mandatory in the manufacturing and assembling of a smartphone. So eventually, you end up paying more taxes, which overall increases the rate of the phone. And with that, the shortage of chips are making things even worse. But we all have that one question in our mind, that what can be the solution for this? Recently, some data analysts came out with a research which showed that the chip shortage will come to an end after 2022. See, the problem is simple, but the solution isn't, because we all know that until and unless the chip manufacturers are getting back to work completely, there's no way getting out of it. And due to COVID restriction, they are not allowed to work at their max capacity. So the answer to it is simple, that the supply should match the demand level, unless things will get worse with time. So this was it. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.